Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So I have Dune Imperium out on the board today. And in a previous episode, which I'll put a link to up in the corner over there, you can go right over there. I did the previous episode was kind of episode 0, which kind of gets you to the setup, through the setup of all of this. And we're getting set up for a solitaire game, which I'm the only one playing right now. In order to do that, what we did is we got out the old manual. We went through pages 4 and 5 and all the steps that are there. And then we grabbed the solo sheet and went through all of the steps that are there. And we're setting up for novice because that's where I'm at right now as novice. And we're going to give this a run. So I think we're set up. We're ready to go. I've got my little card out here to use for reference. I'm going to be playing Paul. And then we have Ariana and the Beast as my two kind of automated opponents that we'll be going against. So we're going to use the House of Hagal deck. There's an app out there that you can use to do this that acts as this same deck, but we're going to use the deck for this playthrough. And then the other piece that I'm adding in is my special rule where after the first turn, at the top of the turn, I'm going to roll a die. And then if I get a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, that's going to leave the marketplace, and I will replace it with a separate card from the marketplace. All right, I think we're going to go. For this first round, I'm going to toss this rule reference up here so we can see what we need to do. So we need to, starting out, we need to reveal a new conflict and draw a hand of 5 cards. All right, so let's do that. So conflicts come from over here. I'm going to grab my conflict and I'm going to put it right out in the middle here. Actually, let's take a look at it. We've got first place is going to get a victory point. Second place is going to get a water, and third place is not going to count because we're in a 3-player situation right here. So there's our first conflict. The next is we're going to draw 5 cards. So let's shuffle these up. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 cards. So what do we have here? We have a dagger. So let's talk about what these cards have on them. Ooh, I have 2 daggers. Ooh, that looks like I didn't shuffle very well, but sometimes that's the way it works out. So I've got a dagger. I actually have 2 of the daggers, and if we look at this, it's going to allow me to move my agents to a space that matches that, which are these top spaces up here. Or if I don't play it for an agent move, then I would get a combat from it. So if I have somebody in the combat zone over here. The other ones I have 2 of these convincing arguments, which they don't allow me to move my agent anywhere, but they do give me 2 influence at the end, which is good. That will help me buy things from the market. And the last one I've got is Dune, which allows me to go to some of the Dune spots out there to do things like harvest spice. But then I'm going to get only 1 influence from that. So that's all right. There's some cooler cards in there, but these are what I've got to work with. All right, so we're going to set these aside here. We'll just set them right here. And then, let's see, let's move my stuff out of the way. We'll set them right here. Okay. Now, what we need to worry about is first player token is on the beast. So the beast is going to go first. In order to determine what the beast is going to do, we're going to draw a card. And what we get is harvest spice. So it says send an agent to the space with the most bonus spice or total spice if tied. If no spaces have bonus spice, reveal another card. So right now, what I'm looking at is there is no bonus spice out here. So he's going to go again. We're going to grab another card. And we get Hall of Oratory. All right, so he's going to go to the Hall of Oratory, which means I'm going to take his agent, and he's going to go to the Hall of Oratory. If I look at this card also, the thing to note is it's got a cube on there, so he's going to get 1 unit. All right, so we're going to take 1 of his units and put it in his garrison. Now, there's no combat. Like if you look on these, they have little combat symbols. That would allow him to move his troops into the combat area from garrison, but these just go straight to garrison and stay there. All right, so the beast is gone. Now it's my turn. I need to figure out, because we're going clockwise here, I need to figure out what it is I'm going to do. So I could put my agents on one of these spaces here, or I can go after one of the Dune spaces, which are these 3 spaces here. I'm not really excited about any of those. I've got 1 Solari, 1 spice, and 1 water. So I can't really do anything that involves money up here, which The Hall of Oratory was just taken, and that was the only no money space that requires that. So I'm kind of getting hosed here a little bit, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to go after my my Dune. So I'm going to play my Dune card out. That's going to be the card I'm going to play. When I do that, I get to put an agent on one of the Dune spaces. So that allows me, that opens up this, this, and this. But if I look at these, this has a requirement of 2 water to go there. That has a requirement of 1 water, and that one's no water. So the question is, do I want to spend water in order to go to those spaces? So if I spend water, I'm going to get more spice. What's more spice going to buy me? Well, if I get 4 spice, I could potentially go up there to conspire, and that's got some great rewards. But I need to have 2 water to do that, which I can't. So other things that I'm looking at are, I could go over here and sell spice, which would help me get Solari, which I can use Solari to do things like buy my 3rd agent, or get the Mentat, or get rally troops. Those are all really good things. So I think we're going to go after this spice right here, which is going to cost our water, but it's going to get us 2 spice. So we're going to go here. We're going to spend our water in order to go there. What we're going to get out of that is 2 spice plus any from the makers, which there aren't any, so we just get 2 spice. All right, the other thing that comes out of that is I'm in a combat zone, so I can, if I got troops, if I receive troops from anything like here where you receive troops, I could immediately put those in the combat zone. I'm also allowed to pull 2 troops out of my garrison and put them in the combat zone. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that and bring 2 troops in, because it looks like I'm going to have some bonuses this round. So we might as well make use of that and see if we can win this combat round. All right, so we're finished. We're over to Ariana's turn. Ariana, we're going to grab a House of Hagal card, and she got Harvest Spice, which again, if no spaces have bonus spice, reveal another card. So we're going to reveal another card, and we get Fold Space. So that says that she's going to go over here to Fold Space, right here, and she's going to get 1 faction with the Spacing Guild. So she goes up to 1 faction with the Spacing Guild. All right, next up is the Beast. Draw a card for the Beast, and we get Carthage. And it looks like he's going to get a troop. So he's going to go to Carthage and get a troop. All right, so let's see here. His agent is going to go to Carthage. He's going to get a troop. And because he's on a combat zone, his troop is going to go into combat immediately. And then he's going to pull his other garrisoned force in, because he's going to pull up to 2 other garrison forces in there. So now he's matching me, which is not good. All right, it's back to me. Now my problem is I don't have anything that I can play. So what I have to do is take what's called a reveal turn. Normally I would have enough cards that I could not reveal yet. I could make another agent move, but all of my agent spaces are blocked. There's nowhere I can go with just the green symbol on them, because they all cost money that I don't have right now. So I'm kind of out of luck there. So what I need to do is I need to take my reveal turn, which says that I reveal my hand, which is this right here, and I'm going to figure out so actually, we should be taking a look at this. We've been taking agent turns, which say play a card, choose a board space with the matching agent icon, and send an agent there, which is what I can't do right now, right? So what I have to do instead is I have to take this reveal turn, and the reveal turn says, reveal the cards from your hand, earn rewards and user effects in the reveal boxes, and acquire cards, set combat strength, and clean up. All right, so let's take a look at what we got going on here. So the first part of that is reveal cards from my hand, which I've laid them out, and then earn rewards and use effects in the reveal boxes and acquire cards. So I've got somebody in some combat spaces, so I'm going to get a bonus 2 combat. I've got 2 units in there. We're going to go ahead and calculate that out. So I get 2 per unit, which it shows right here. So that's 2, 4, and my bonus of 2 is going to put me at 6. All right, money-wise, what I'm looking at is I have 2, 4 influence in order to buy cards. So what I could do is I could get one of these Arrakis liaisons. There's a Fremen camp over here that looks kind of interesting. Spend 2 spice to get 3 troops, which is pretty good. I like that. We have a scout that's out there that only costs 1. And he's got a retreat up to 2 of your troops, so I could pull out of combat if it wasn't going well. The other thing is there's a couple of Bene Gesserit cards out here too. So we've got a Gene Manipulation, which allows me to trash a card, which is essentially a way to slim your deck. And then if I have another Bene Gesserit card in play, I get to spice, which is pretty powerful. But what I'm thinking I'm going to go after is this one right here. I think we're going to invest in Bene Gesserit a little bit. So she's going to allow me to go to the Bene Gesserit faction space, which if I want to invest in Bene Gesserit, I need to get there more often. And then 2 or 2, which is a nice end ability if I happen to not make it out there. So I think we're going to go ahead and buy this card for 3. So it's got a cost of 3, and I've generated 4. So at that point, I've got 1 extra. So we go ahead and refill. And I've got 1 extra, so I could buy the scout also. But I think I'm going to hold off and not buy the scout. I'll try to keep my deck a little bit slim. This is all going to go in the discard. And then I can't take any more rounds. All right, so we're here where I've set my combat strength. I clean up and I take no more turns. All right, and I don't have any intrigue cards to play, so there's nothing I could have played during my turn. But Ariana still has an agent, so we need to figure out what she's going to do, because my turn's over. Ariana is going to... Well, she's not going to harvest spice yet again. There's no bonus spice, so we're going to go after another card. And now we get Fold Space, which is already taken. She's already got a token there, so she gets another card. So we're going to grab another card, and it is Hardy Warriors. Uh-oh, she's going to get on in on the combat too. So she's going to the Hardy Warriors space, which is here, which is going to move her up 1 on the faction track. And she's going to get 2 units, and it's a combat zone. She's going to drag them into combat. So she gets 2 units, which automatically go to the combat space. All right, so everybody's placed all their agents. So now we're heading to combat. Now, what happens when I have solo players is we're going to calculate their combat totals at this point. So if I take a look at Ariana, or I start with the first player, so the Beast has got 4, and I'm going to flip a card, and he's going to go up to, he's going to go up to 8. So he's going to shoot all the way up to 8. So the Beast is at 8. He just went right on by me. Right. Ariana is looking at, she's starting at 4, and she's going to get a boost of 1, so she's going to go up to 5. All right, so Ariana is going to go up to 5 on the track. All right. So at the top of the round, we do their calculation, and then we can play combat intrigue cards, which I don't have any intrigue cards yet, so I can't do anything like that. Now we're going to resolve combat and grant rewards. So resolving combat, we're going to look at the Beast had 8, so he gets the most. That means he's going to get a victory point, so he's going to be the first one to score some points. All right, next was me, and I get a water, so that's good. The water I spent last round comes back to me. Ariana was third, but third doesn't get anything in this game. So after that point, we're to clean up troops, I think was the last one. Return combat troops to player supplies. That's what I'm doing. I'm picking them up off the board. Then we go to makers. Place 1 spice on maker spaces that do not have an agent. So we're going to drop some spice out there. I went to this space, so it's just spice here and spice there. All right. Next up is recall. So we're going to check for endgame. Nope, not at 10 points. All right. Return the Mentat. Nobody got it. Recall agents to leaders, and then pass the first player marker. So we're going to recall our agents. Red agents come back. Blue agents come back. Gold agents come back. Oop, I don't get to take that one. Wrong, that one's got to stay. I have to buy that one. I only got to play one. I'm severely handicapped this turn. All right, so we've finished our first round. We're all the way through. We're going to pass the first player marker. Paul's going to be first player this turn. We're going to go back to the top of the card, which is reveal a new conflict, draw a hand of 5 cards. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my die. And we're going to come up with a 1. All right, so my 1 is going to take my Fremen camp out of here because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my own special rule to keep the market churning a little bit. If you use the app, it does a little bit of this itself. So this is kind of me emulating the app a little. All right, so then we're going to reveal a new conflict. So this conflict is going to go away, and we start in at conflict 2s. So here's our new conflict. So whoever gets first is going to get the Mentat and Intrigue card in 2 Solari, where second is going to be an Intrigue card in 2 Solari, which is a pretty good reward. I'm looking at things, I already have a troop out there, so I'm starting a little bit ahead maybe. We'll see. All right, I need to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's the last 5 cards I've got. So, and these are going to be, I think, some of the more interesting cards. So I still have a Dune, the desert planet, which we saw last turn. So that just allows me to go to the Dune spaces. I've got a reconnaissance, which allows me to go to the purple circle spaces, which are all of the ones that are here. All right, I've got diplomacy, which is going to allow me to go to the faction spaces along the side, which is kind of what I was aiming for. Like I was saying, I think I want to do some Bene Gesserit action there. We've got to seek allies, which is a one-time go to some of the faction spaces, and then I have to trash it. And then the last thing we've got is my signet ring. So when my signet ring goes off, I can go to spaces on the main part of the board, plus up here. And then I have my signet ring ability, which is my signature move. And my signature move down here is discipline, which allows me to get a card, which is kind of cool. All right, so what are we going to go after here on my turn? I have the first player marker, so I get to do whatever I am allowed to do. One of the things I was thinking I would like to do would get to that conspire. In order to get to that conspire, I need to get a lot of resources. So I need to go up here and sell some of this spice that I've got. And I could sell off 2 and get 6, or all 3 and get 8. The other thing I could go after is I could go after selective breeding, which would allow me to trash a card and then draw 2 cards. And then I could do secrets, which I believe gets me an intrigue card. Plus, I think that's take intrigue cards from other players. I'm going to double check that. We're going to pull out our handy dandy guide to all of the rules, or all the spaces. And we'll double check that one. It's secrets right here, which says gain 1 influence with the Bene Gesserit. Draw an intrigue card. Each opponent who has 4 or more intrigue cards must give you 1 of them, selected at random. So, unfortunately, these guys don't get 4 or more intrigue cards. Once they hit 3, they pitch them for points. So that's a little bit on the sad side. All right, so what am I going to do? I think we're going to go after the money track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my signet ring first. So my signet ring is going to allow me to put my agent up here. I think we're going to spend all 3. We spend all 3 spice to get 8 Solari. So we're going to get a 5 spot plus 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And what's going to happen is the bad guys are going to draw that Conspire card, and they're going to do it and put it out of my reach. All right, as part of playing my Signet Ring, I get to do this ability right here, which is my Signet ability, which means I get to draw a card. But I happen to have ran out of cards, so I have nothing in my deck, so I need to shuffle up and draw. All right, so we're going to shuffle up and draw. That's going to be a rule I have to check when I... Oh, wait, the Signet Ring should stay out. It doesn't go away. So when I play it, it doesn't go to my discard yet. When they play, you play them in front of you. They don't go to your discard, so I should not be able to get that back yet. All right. So we're going to draw a card and add it to my hand. We have a dagger. So we got a little bit more combat. But I don't think we're going to get in on the combat this round. We'll have to see. It's highly unlikely. The other thing I could do is, now that I have this much, which is actually kind of smart, is I could go after my sword master. If I get my agent this early, it gives me another action to do. That could be really powerful early on. So I'm thinking maybe not conspire, and maybe the sword master is the better move. All right, we're going to go over to Ariana's turn here. And so to do Ariana, we're going to draw a card, and we get Arianna. So we're going to take her person, put it on Arianna. She's going to get a troop, and the troop's going to go here. It's in a combat, so it's going to move into combat, and she gets to do her signet ring ability, which says hidden reservoir. She gets a water. Oof. All right. We're going to do the beast. The beast is going to get a card, and he gets still suits. Oh. All right. So he's going to go over here to still suits. He's not going to get anything but faction. So he's going to go up 1 on the faction track. He doesn't have any troops. If he had some troops, he'd move them into the combat, but he doesn't have any in garrison over there. So he's all by himself. All right. So we're back over to Paul. Now, the Sword Master is just too tempting. I think I need to go after the Sword Master. So we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 8. So we got a 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to spend 8. And we're going to play our dagger card. That's going to give us the green that we need to get the Sword Master. So now I have my Sword Master. All right. Next, we're over to Ariana. So Ariana, we're going to see what she's going to do. She's going to harvest spice. So there's some bonus spice out there, so she's going to go after it. So she can send an agent to the space with the most bonus spice. If no spaces have bonus spice, reveal another card. But this time around, we have the bonus spice. So she's going here. She's going to get 3 plus 1. She's going to get 4 spice by going there. Yikes. All right, let's see what the beast is going to do. The beast is going to... Arianna is already taken, so he cannot go to Arianna. We've already got... Ariana went there earlier, so we have to get him another card. All right, second option is Carthage. All right, which is going to get him a troop, and he's going to a combat zone. So we're going to drag some folks into combat. So he's going to get a troop, that's going to come into combat. All right, oh, and he should be at Carthage. There you go. Beast is done. We're back to Paul, and I still have an agent, so I don't have to do my reveal yet. Now, I was thinking about going Conspire, but I used up all of my Solari getting my Sword Master, which I think was a good move. But that changes what I need to do this next turn. I need to figure out what it is I want to go after. So I could go here and get 2 Solari because I've got my Diplomacy. Now the thing about Diplomacy is it's worth 1 when I go shopping with Influence. And I kind of want to get this Gene Manipulation. So maybe what I should do is use my Seek Allies to go after one of these outside ones. I also really like the Intrigue cards. I'm very partial to the Intrigue cards. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. We're going to use my Seek Allies, and my Seek Allies says trash this card. So when I trash it, it goes out of the game. So we're going to trash it. We'll trash it down here to this side, and we're going to go to Secrets. And that's going to move me, because I hit the Bene Gesserit thing, that's going to move me up 1 on the track, and I get an Intrigue card. I would get to steal Intrigue cards from my neighbors, but they don't have any. Now my Intrigue card I got is Favored Subjects, which is a plot card. So I can play this during my turn. I think I will just go ahead and play it now to get it out of the way. And that's going to move me up 1 on the Emperor's track. All right. Dun, dun, dun. You can play those at any time during your turn. So if I had some, I could have played it coming into my turn, or in that case, I played it at the end of my turn. All right, so that's the end of my round. She can't do anything because she doesn't have any more agents. He can't do anything because he doesn't have any more agents. It comes back to me. Now I've done all of my agent stuff, so now I have to do my reveal phase. So my reveal phase, I reveal my hand, and I've got 1, 2, 3. So 3 can buy me this gene manipulation, which is what I'm going to get. It's going to go into my discard. I'll grab out a new card. Now, the thing that I'm looking at is I don't have anybody in the combat. Oop, I should have reset all of these to 0. I don't have anybody in the combat, so my combat is going to be 0 for this round, and I can't really improve it because I don't have anybody in the conflict. Even if I had a bonus, my bonus wouldn't raise my combat marker up. So these all just get discarded at this point. All right, so I got a big stack of discards. So that's all of the player turn happened there. And now we're going to go to combat. So I don't have a combat intrigue card. Well, first we need to calculate their bonuses. So if we take a look at, I'm the first player, so we take a look at Ariana first. She's got 2. She's going to get a boost of none. So she stays where she's at. And we've got the beast there has 2. And then he's going to get a boost of 4. All right. So he's going to shoot up 4. So he's going to be up to 6. All right. So let's take a look at rewards then for combat. Are going to be the beast is going to get the Mentat. He's going to get an intrigue card. And he's going to get 2 Solari. All right, what Ariana's going to get is an intrigue card. And she's going to get 2 Solari. Now what we're watching for here is, if I go grab the solo player rules, let's see here, I'm going to slide this over there. So the rivals, as they collect things, they're going to use those to get victory points. So we're looking at, as far as resource-wise, for Solari and Spice, when they hit 7 is the magic number. And then for water and intrigue cards, it's 3, and they get a victory point. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that. She's getting pretty close on the water there. Okay, so combat's done. These troops go away. Next up, we go to the makers. Oh, I'm going to reset our little combat tokens here. We go to the makers. Let's see, we have 2 open spaces. So we're going to put out a couple of spice. The spice must flow. All right, then we've done our makers. Now we're to recall. So we're going to check for end game. Yeah, nobody's at 10. We would normally return the Mentat, but because of this card, he's going to stay on to the beast. All right, we're going to recall our agents. So agents come back. Agents, and now I've got 3 agents, which is awesome. 3. I got the magic number. All right, then we're going to pass the first player marker from me over to Ariana. And we're back to the top of the turn. So we're going to do my roll the die thing. 3. So 1, 2, 3. The scout's going to go out. And we've got a spice hunter come into play. Now we have 2 spice hunters. Okay, next up is we're going to reveal a new conflict. So this conflict's going to go away. We're to our 3rd conflict card. Let's show. Ooh, that one's got a choose 2. You can go up 2 on different influence tracks. And the second place one isn't bad either. A water and 2 Solari is not a bad win. So might have to try to get involved in this fight here. All right. So we did our new conflict. Now we need to draw a hand of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking at our hand. We've got 2 of these convincing arguments, which are just going to be money at the end. That's all they're going to do for us. Now the rest that we're looking at, we've got a dagger, the Bene Gesserit sister, and Dune the Desert Planet. So we have 3 agents. These are probably going to be the 3 moves that we do. So we're probably looking at a Dune move, and then we would have to do at least 1 up there, so maybe we want to put ourselves in place to be able to buy something up there, which is going to be kind of tough because there's not a lot. I could secure a contract, which would get me 3, which would put me in a place to rally troops. But if I do that, then I won't be able to potentially place them because I won't be able to go to a combat space. Oh, this is going to be messy. All right. I guess one of the good things is what we're looking at is Ariana's going first, so I'm going to see how everybody works out before it gets to me. All right, so we're going to do Ariana first. We're off to the player turns at this point in time. So we're in this big player turn section, right? Right here. All right, Ariana's got the first player tokens. We're going to flip a card, and she's going to... Oh, she's going to go to rally troops. Okay. So I guess I'm not going to get to go to rally troops because she went there first. That means she puts 4 in the garrison. Ugh. All right, that's not cool. So much for my plans. All right, wealth is going to be what the beast gets. So he's going to go after the wealth here. That's going to move him up 1 on the track. All right, we're over to my turn. And my plans went awry when I grabbed the rally troops. I could go to the Hall of Oratory. Maybe I should just go there now. Because I don't think I think I'm just going to go after that now. So we're going to go Hall of Oratory. So we're going to drop here. And that's going to get us 1 troop. But we can't deploy it, but we'll also have 1 extra at the end, which is good. Having cash is good. All right, we're going to go to Ariana. We're going to grab her House of Agal card, and she gets Carthage, which is going to get her a troop. So she's going to go Carthage. She gets a troop that goes into the conflict, and that pulls 2 other troops in because she's in a combat space. All right, then we're going to go with the Beast. The Beast is going to go Secrets. All right, so he's going to go to Secrets, which unfortunately I was kind of hoping to go there, which is going to get him he doesn't get the intrigue card. He does go up on the track. So he's going to go up 1 on the track. All right, Beast is done. It's back over to me. I was thinking to go Secrets, but that's not happening. So the other thing that I'm looking at is I do kind of want to go Bene Gesserit. That would cost me 2. There's nothing else I'm going to be able to get up there. So I think we're going to play this Dune Desert Planet and go after this spot here. And that's going to get us 3 spice. So we're going to put out Dune the Desert Planet is what we're going to put into play. All right, actually, maybe I should shift these around. Ooh, I just messed them all up. I don't remember what everybody was at. Oh no. I don't remember what people were at. So I'm going to put both of them up 1 because I do not recall. All right, hopefully that's where they were at. All right, trying to separate out into what I've played and what I haven't played. So we're going to play this one. We're going to play Dune the Desert Planet. I'm going to go here to the Imperial Basin, which doesn't cost me any water. That's going to get me 2. Which I'm going to drop right here, plus I get 1. All right, so we're up to 3. And then I can deploy into combat. I think we're going to pull 2 troops into combat here. There we go. All right, it's going to be now I would be done. We go to Ariana, she's got no agents. We're going to go to the Beast who has the Mentat, so he gets to actually go again. And he's going to go selective breeding. All right, so he's going to go here, which is going to bump him up another 1, and he's going to get a victory point. Oh, he's getting the early lead. Well, that's unfortunate because I was hoping to go there with my Bene Gesserit sister, which I can't at this point in time. So my other options involve spending Solari that I don't have. So at this point, I have to do my reveal phase. So I'm going to reveal, because I can't place agents anymore. So I do my reveal phase. I'm going to look at how much total influence I have. 2, 4. Oh, do I take the 2 combat? I think I'm going to take the 2 combat here. So what are my options going to be? I've got a bonus 1. I could spend up to 7, which would allow me to get what? I could get a Gunthopter. I could get, there's some Spice Hunters out there. If I get Spice Hunters, I could go heavy into Fremen pretty quickly. I think we might do that. I think I might go Spice Hunters. So let's see here. If I go Spice Hunters, really all I need is to spend 2 for each Spice Hunter. So let's buy the first Spice Hunter for 2 of my influence. So I've still got 3 remaining. Yeah, we'll get the Spacing Guild. And our combat is going to be at +2, so we're going to get 2, 4, 6. We're going to go up to 6. All right. We're going to discard our cards. We're done with our player turn. We're going to go on to our combat turn. So I don't have any combat intrigue cards to play. So we're going to take a look. Oh, first we need to look at the strength. We have Ariana's out there. She's going to get a boost. She's going to be at 6. And then she's going to get a boost. That is 2 more, so she's going to go up to 8. So she's going to win this combat. All right, so she's going to choose 2 to go up in. Now, if I remember the rules correctly in solo play, she increases the 2 that have the least amount of faction in them. So that's going to be Bene Gesserit. She's going to go up 1, and the Emperor, she's going to go up 1. All right, I'm in second place, though, so I'm going to get a Water and 2 Solari. All right. And then we are finished with the combat, so the troops need to go away. And we're going to go to Makers. So we need to put Spice on the 2 spots that have no agents on them. 1, 2. All right, then we move on to the recall phase. So recall phase is check for endgame, not happening. Return the Mentat, which was here. He's going to go back. Then we have a recall agents to leaders. So 1, 2, go back to her. 1, 2, go back to the beast. And then I'm going to have 2 that are out there, right? Where's my 2? 1, 2. All right. So we recalled our agents, and then we passed the first player marker. So it's going to go from Ariana over to the beast. All right. Then we're back up to the top. So I forgot to replace my card. I have a 5th card. Oh, Liette's out there. All right, so I'm going to do my special thing. We're going to roll my die and see which one goes away. 2. Ooh, the Chome Dictatorship, which I was kind of hoping to work my way up to, but it went away. Instead, we have a Guild Administrator come out. All right. That is the start. We got a new conflict we need to get out there, so we can get rid of the old conflict, and the new conflict comes out. Ooh. So you get to trash a card, and you get a victory point. That's kind of a nice way to go there. All right. Draw a hand of 5. I have no cards, so I need to shuffle up and draw. I think I'm going to move this a little bit. I'm going to move my turn space thing over here. So that way, I've got more space to play my hand right here. Trying to find the right setup on how to play all this because trying to fit it into the space. And I guess if you're looking for space-wise, I had my yardstick out here before, but I think a 3x3 space, you should be able to fit everything you need for Dune here in 3x3. 4x4 is going to give you a little bit more room, but 3x3 should be sufficient, I think. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have my 5 cards. And we've got my signet ring back. Ooh, we've got a couple of the Bene Gesserits out there. If you have another Bene Gesserit in play, I get 2. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we've got a convincing argument, which isn't going to do me anything for play-wise, right? That's just worth influence at the end. We have actually 2 of those, so we've got a lot of influence. And then I've got 2 Bene Gesserits. I've got the sister, and then I've got gene manipulation. which if I have another one in play, I'm going to get 2 spice, which is pretty cool. So that means I probably am going to lead with the other one first, and I've got my signet ring. Which when I play my signet ring, I get to draw a card, so that gives me options. So if I wanted to go for money, that might be the way to go. Anyway, all right, so the Beast has got the first player token. He's going first, and our House of Hagal deck is almost out, and he's going to get selective breeding. Oh, man. So he's going to go up another faction there. Then it's going to be my turn. So my problem is I've been wanting to do this Bene Gesserit stuff, but the Beast keeps hopping in there first. Jerk. All right. So I think I'm going to do the Bene Gesserit stuff first, and I'm going to go after secrets. So we're going to play this card. Let's see here. Here's our hand. Here's what we've played. All right. Still staying on the board? Yep. All right. So we're going to play Bene Gesserit Sister. We're going to go to secrets. That's going to move us up, and we get a victory point. Yay, we're on the board. And we get an intrigue card. The intrigue card we got is a recruitment mission. Gain 1 during your reveal turn this round. You may put cards you acquire on top of your deck. Ooh, that's nice. Now, normally I would play these so other players couldn't see them, but since we're doing solo play, I don't really think it matters a lot. Now, I guess the one thing I haven't called out is I have an ability here which says I can look at the top card of my deck at any time. And I don't know that that's really come into play, but in this instance it matters because I'm thinking about when I want to play the signet ring, which would let me draw a card. So I'm going to take a look at my top card, which is a dagger, which doesn't really excite me all that much. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back and just leave it, because that's kind of lame, and I'm not all excited about using my signet ring right now. All right, so I'm done with my turn. We're going to go over to Arianna's turn. Ariana's going to get House of Hagal card. She's going to get Highliner. Ooh, man, this is a really weird game. So she's going to get 3 troops. I guess I'm looking at this, and that's a combat space. So they're going to go into combat. She's going to drag 2 others with her. She's really been doing most of the fighty stuff, and the Beast is doing all the political stuff. Like, that just seems totally reversed, but that's the way these games go sometimes. All right, the Beast's turn. What's the Beast going to do? The Beast is going to draw a card. And we're going to get Conspire. See, look at that. So he's going to go over here to Conspire, and he's going to get 2 troops. All right, they don't come into play. Now it's my turn. What am I going after now? And I wasn't excited about the card that was there. If I play my gene, well, I might be, because my gene manipulation. Oh, wow. Okay, so what am I thinking here? If I play gene manipulation, I get to trash a card, but I really don't have any cards that I want to trash. That combat card is one that I wouldn't mind trashing. The one that's on the top of my deck here, this dagger. I wouldn't mind getting that in my hand and trashing it. But I don't have to trash a card. I could play this one and then I would get 2 spice. The other downside to doing that is I'm taking 2 buying power out of my hand. And it might be nice to have the buying power this go round. I would kind of like to get to 2 on the Fremen, because the Siege Tabur here, I'm not sure how you say that. You have to have 2 influence, and I've only got 1, so I would really like to get my Fremen influence up to help with that. All right, I could go after a bunch of spice. That really hasn't done me lots of good thus far. The other thing is I could go after the research station and bank on a lot of cards. I think that's what I'm going to do, because maybe I'll try to buy something awesome this turn. Like, I could go after Liet, or maybe even the Spice Must Flow. I think that's what we'll do. So we're going to play our Signet Ring. All right, Signet Ring. And we're going to go to the research station. And that's going to cost me 2 water. So it's going to cost a lot of water. If I had dudes, I could move them into combat, but with the way that Ariana is looking there. So I could get in on second place. Well, maybe we'll look at that next turn. All right, so I'm going to discard my 2 water, and I'm going to get 3 cards. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3. Plus I have my Signet Ring ability, which is draw a card. All right, so we got all sorts of stuff going on there. That's going to be the end of my turn. Ariana is going to do a thing. She's going to rally troops. Holy cow, she's all about the military. This is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I need to shuffle up the House of Hagal cards. This is nuts. Like, I haven't seen that kind of thing. She is all about the fighty, and the Beast is all about the influence. That's totally out of character, I think, for both of them. That's crazy. Okay, so what am I doing here? The Beast isn't going to have a turn, and it's going to be over to my turn. Now, I've got a whole lot of options there. I've got some reconnaissance. I could go after the Mentat, which would allow me another card and get to go again. Or I don't have enough to go after the High Council. I could essentially go to about any space on the board. I have diplomacy. I don't have any more water. I could work on, well, I kind of want to work on that, being able to get to Siege Tabur, which would allow me to, so maybe the still suits is the right thing. Let's do that. We'll go after the still suit. So we're going to use, I think we're going to use our diplomacy here. Yeah, we're going to do diplomacy. So diplomacy is going to allow us to go to anything on the left side here. We're going to drop on still suits here because we don't have any water, but that's going to move us up. And we're going to kind of, oh, we need to get up to 2. So we got a little ways to go. Oh, that's my problem, is I'm reversed. There we go. Okay. We got a little ways to go. I want to get that though, so we'll start working on that one. All right, and then we're going to be done. So no more agents, no more agents. We're going to go to our reveal step. So this is going to be kind of crazy. I've got 1, 2, so I don't have anybody in combat. Let's get these back to 0. I don't have anybody in combat, so there's not going to be any fighty for me or for Rabban. It's going to be all Ariana. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 influence that I can spend. And with this, I can go ahead and use this, which is going to give me 9. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to use it. So I've got 9. I can go ahead and buy the Spice Must Flow. So when I buy the Spice Must Flow, it says I can gain 1 during your reveal turn this round. You may put cards you acquire on top of your deck. Ooh, so maybe I don't want to get this Spice Must Flow. Because if they're going to go on the top of my deck, I can get Liet. So we're going to buy Liet Kynes first. So the great thing about buying Liet Kynes is I'm going to get this effect immediately. So that means my Empire track is going to go up 1, which is going to get me a victory point. Yeehaw. All right. And then I'm going to put him on top of my deck. So I've spent 5. I still have 4 more. Ooh, this is a fun card too. So I think I'm going to buy this card. And that's Shifting Alliances. So Shifting Alliances is an interesting card in that you take one of your factions down 1 and you spend 2 spice, but then you go up 2. So that's kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and take that and put that on top of our deck. And we'll fill this back out. And we'll be done on the shopping at that point in time. All right. Got a ton of cards there. All right, so that's the end of the turn there. That's the end of our agent turn because I have nothing more and I've done my reveal. We're into combat, so Ariana is the only one in combat. She's going to be at 10. She's going to get a boost card that's going to give her 2 more. She's going to go up to 12. Doesn't really matter all that much because she's the only one there. She's going to get a victory point, and she would get to trash a card, but that really doesn't do her any good. She's on the board. All right, all these troops go away. And go back to 0. Combat's done. Makers, we need to put out a bunch of spice. Lots of spice. Spice, spice. Spice is nice. All right. And then, let's see, where are we at here? We're makers, now we're recall. We're going to check for endgame. Nope. Return the Mentat. He's back where he's supposed to be. Recall all of our agents. So agent. Oop, I put him on the wrong one. Red, blue, gold. Gold. All right. Next, what are we looking for? We did our recall agents, pass the first player marker. Paul's going to be first this turn. We're back up to the top. I'm going to roll my die. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gunthopter's going to go away. And we're going to get out the Reverend Mother. That's an interesting one. Okay. Let's see here. We're at the end now. So we're back at the beginning. We're going to reveal a new conflict. So this conflict is going to go away. This conflict is going to come out. It's conflict number 5. So that's my little marker to say that these agents come into play. So my opponents get their 3rd agent at this point in time. All right, what we have for a conflict is it's all Solari this time around. Okay, that's almost enough for them to get a victory point just off of winning that combat. All right, I'm first. So we need to draw my hand of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to go first. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a dagger, space travel. Hey, Liet Kinds and shifting alliances. That's weird. Wow. And I've got all sorts of going and doing things. This looks like it's going to be an alliance turn. So my space travel allows me to go to the Spacing Guild, and I would get to draw a card. Spice Hunters are essentially, I might be better off holding off to the end on those. I've got Liet Kinds, which, again, lets me do Fremen stuff. And I have my Shifting Alliances, which I would have to play and stay. Oh, well, I may want to go after, well, I don't have any water to go after these. I could go after that, or I could try to secure a contract and get me 3 Solari, or I could trade in some spice for some Solari. It's an interesting idea. So what are we looking at here? In order to go there, I would need 6 spice. But I need a water in order to hit that. Oh, what are we going to do here? Why don't we play Liet Kinds first? Or do we save him for the end there? If I save him towards the end, he's worth 2 for each Fremen card I have in play. So he may be worth the money. No, I think I'm going to end up spending him to go places. All right, we're going to go ahead and use him to go places. We're going to play Liet Kinds. And we're going to go over to Still Suits first. So that's going to move us up on the track, get us a victory point. All right, yay, victory points. We could combat, oh, we get a water. We could move stuff into combat, but we don't have any troops. So that's the end of that. All right, Ariana's turn. She's going to, go to the Highliner. So she's going to go up in the Spacing Guild. So blue goes up in the Spacing Guild, which gets her a point, and she gets 3 troops because she really needed more troops. Oop, Highliner. And she gets combat, so she got 3 troops, plus she's going to drag 2 more into combat. Yeah, who's going to win this one? I think I know who's going to win this one. All right, the Beast is going to draw a card. He's going to get Inspire. So he's going to go here. He's going to get 2 troops. What is with the Beast and all of this faction stuff. All right, we're back over to Paul. What am I doing? So I got my water, which I was interested in. Now, if I use my water, what was I thinking I wanted my water really bad for? I could get Hardy Warriors, because I could do Fremen again. I could do Fremen, then I could do Shifting Alliances. Could go after some spice. That's what I was thinking I wanted to do, was go after the spice. There's a 5 spice space out there. I think we'll do that. We're going to use our Spice Hunter to go after the Hagar Basin, which is going to cost us our water to go here. Then we're going to get these 3 plus 2 more. Oh, so that's actually a 5. We'll just grab a 5. 3 plus 2 is 5, so we're going to grab one of our big 5 tokens and drop it right there. All right, now we're over to Ariana's turn. Ariana is getting Arakeen, and that means she's going to get her bonus thing, so she's going to get another water, which we'll take care of in just a second here. We'll remember that. I want to make sure to take care of Arakeen first. So she's going to get, let's drop this here, she's going to get a troop. It's a combat space, so her troop would actually go here, and then she can pull 2 more in. She's got a massive set of troops. Her signet ability is going to go off, which is why she got a water. And she's going to be done. All right, when she does that, 3 water, she's going to cash in for a victory point. So 3 water for a blue victory point. Oh, she's back tied with me again. All right, the beast is going to go. The beast is going to get rally troops. So that means he's going to get 4. All right, just going to pop up here to rally troops. He's going to get 4, but he can't put him into combat yet. He's got this massive garrison of troops just waiting to explode. All right, so then we're back over to my turn. Oofta. All right, so I could do some shifting alliances, which if I went to, what's it going to cost me? I could go Spacing Guild. I've got a dagger. That would get me to the Hall of Oratory, which would put me in a 5-buy spot, which I could get that with. And it would get me a troop, which would be kind of nice. I would have to spend 2 of my spice here. So I could use this card. I'd spend 2 of my spice. Actually, I could use this card and go secure contract and get me some Solari to help set up another next turn. I think I'm going to do that. Or I could get a fold space. Oh, these are tough things. So I'm really interested in this shifting alliances thing, where I could potentially start boosting my factions up a lot, which is a good way to get victory points. I would have to drop myself down a little bit in order to do that. We'll hold. Ooh, I could see over there on the Emperor stack, I could bump myself up by taking one of the others down, and that would get me to the token. I don't think I want to do that yet. Okay, I'm not going to be able to make use of combat, so I might as well go ahead and use this to go to one of the center areas. I only have 3 Solari. Do I want to spend it? I could spend it and get the Mentat, which would give me another action. I would potentially have to spend one of these 2 cards on that action. I can look and see what my card would be. So it would be a Dune the Desert Planet, which I could use. I have a variety of uses for that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use my dagger. We're going to go here, which is going to get me the Mentat. I have to spend 2. And then I'm going to get another card. All right, that's going to get me Dune the Desert Planet. All right, Ariana's turn. She's going to wealth. So she's going to go after wealth. Hey, she's doing some conspiring things. All right, he's going to go there. She's going to get a victory point. Oh, he's in the lead. All right, the beast is going to do Carthage. So that's going to get him a troop, and he's going to do some combat-y stuff. So he's going to go here. He gets a troop that goes into combat. He's going to bring 2 other out. All right, so the beast is done. We're back to me. It's my agent turn. Now I've got my Dune the Desert planet, which I could use to go after a secure contract, which would net me a gain of 1 because I spent 2 to go after that. Or I could go after the Imperial Basin, which is going to get me more spice. Or I could cash in spice to get a bunch of Solari. So I could cash in 2 to get 6, which would allow me to go to any of the left side spaces if that's what I wanted to do. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to send our Mentat to sell some melange. And when he does that, we're going to sell 2. And we're going to get 6 Solari. All right. I think we're done. Phew. Okay. So all of our agent... Oh, I got to do my reveal phase. So all of my agent stuff is done. We're going to go to reveal. So when I go to reveal, I have 2 cards. So that's 2, 4. I think I'm going to buy the Reverend Mother when I shop. So I'm going to take Reverend Mother, put her there. I would calculate my combat, but I've got nobody in combat, so it doesn't matter. So all of this is going to go into the discard. It's going to get shuffled up, and I'm going to need to draw in a little bit here. All right, combat-wise, we shoot from our player turn into our combat turn. I don't have any cards to play. We're going to do the bad guys stuff, well, the other faction stuff. I don't know if they're necessarily bad guys, but to me, they're bad guys. It's point of view, I guess. So, all right, so Ariana's going to go first. Her boost is going to be 2, is what she's getting there. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she's got 16. She's going to be at 18. And the beast is going to be at 6. And he's got a 2 boost, so he's going to go up to 8. All right, so Ariana is going to get the first player stuff, which is going to be 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's the 7 she needs to get a victory point. Oh, she's getting out ahead. All right, the beast is going to get 4. So we're going to cash that out and put him up to 6. So he's not quite there yet, but he's getting close. And a whole bunch of Ariana's troops are going to go away. That is good. All right, so combat's done. Our makers need some spice. There we go. Next thing is recall. Check for end game. Not quite there. Return the Mentat. Mentat's going back. And then we're going to recall our agents. So 1, 2, 3 blue agents. I'm going to put them on the right player this time. 1, 2, 3 red agents. 1, 2, 3 gold agents. All right, pass the first player marker. Ching, we're back up to the top. I'm going to roll my die. We're going to get rid of the Guild Administrator. And what's going to come out? Oh, other memory, another Bene Gesserit. I need to get my Bene Gesserit faction going here. I'm doing kind of bad for having all these Bene Gesserit cards. I should be cranking on that. All right. Reveal a new conflict. So this conflict is going to go away. We're actually going through a decent amount of the conflict cards. All right, this one's going to have a victory and a water. That's a nice one. And this time the beast is set up. You get a whole bunch of guys sitting over there. That could be bad. All right, so I'm going to draw my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let me shuffle a little bit more. Give it another quick shuffle. Keep feeling bad because a lot of times I'll draw and I get 2 of the same card and it feels like don't have a good shuffle going on, but we'll see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what's in my hand here. We've got my signet ring yet again, which we've seen many, many times. I have a Spice Hunter, which I think we had one of those last time. We got Diplomacy. We've got our gene manipulation, and we've got Liet Kynes again. All right. All right, so how are we going to go after this turn? Don't have to worry about it because Ariana's going to go first. Let's see what she's going to do. She's going to conspire. So she's going here. Boy, they're like camping that space. I'm never going to get that space. All right, and the beast is going to go. The beast is going to get secrets. They're also camping that space. All right, so he's going to move up here. He gets the Bene Gesserit faction before I do. I think I forgot to move her up when she got to conspire, so she should be up another one. Man, they're kicking my butt. All right. Let's see here. He should get a victory point when he gets that, because he's got the token with the victory point. Okay, what are we doing here? Now it's over to my turn. I have to figure out what I want to do. I'm not happy with my choices thus far because they've been they're kind of making me mad, these bad guys are. Could go diplomacy, and I could go after the Highliner, which is going to get me a ton of troops and a ton of water, or 2 water. That's not a ton, but it's a decent amount. It's going to cost me 6 spice, though. That's a lot of spice. I can't go after the hardy warriors. Would be nice because I could get my Fremen stuff up to 2, which would get me a victory point. All right, I think... how badly do I want that? That's a victory point in a water, which is nice. The beast has potential to bring a bunch of troops into this combat. I think we're going to go after... oh, do we go after the Highliner? I think so. So we're going to go diplomacy. We're going to be spending a lot this round, I think. So we're going to go here. We're going to go Highliner. And what that's going to get me is 5 troops. And I'm going to bring 3 of them into battle. I'm going to leave 2 of them in the garrison. I'm going to get 2 water. I actually have to spend 6 to get there, so that goes away. That's a big expense. I go up 1 on the track. And that's it. All right, let's take a look at my card here. What I have coming up is, space travel. Okay, Ariana's turn. So what I'm thinking when I see that space travel is I could get the fold space, which would give me a additional victory point because my faction would go up there, which could be nice. But also doing one of these Fremen-y things would be good too. That's a tough choice. Okay. Ariana's turn. Doesn't really matter because I got a couple of rounds to figure it out. She's going to Arakeen, and she's going to get a signet ring ability. So she's going to get a troop, first off. She's going to go to Arakeen. She's going to get a troop. That's a combat space, so she's going to bring them in. And then she's going to get her signet ring ability, which means she gets a water. Okay. And combat just got real. All right. Rabban. He's going to Hall of Oratory, which is just going to get him a troop. All right, troop, Hall of Oratory. All right, my turn. This is where I was deciding what it was I was going to do. I think I'm going to signet ring here. But if I signet ring, what is it that I want to go after? I think I'm going to go after Carthage, because I like those intrigue cards, and I really haven't been going after a lot of those this game. They're a lot of fun, so I like those cards. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to Carthage. That's going to give us a troop. That means we can pull some more people into combat. So we're going to bring them all in. We're We're gonna do some fighty this turn. We're gonna grab an intrigue card. Our intrigue card is 4 for a victory point. Yeah, we're holding on to that. That might change what it is I want to do this round. Okay. Now we're over to Arianna's turn. Ariana is going to do Carthage, which I've already taken. So she's not going there. Instead, she's going to fold space. Okay, that stops one of the things I was thinking I might do. If she's going to go to fold space, that's going to bring her up. She's going to get a victory point. Uh-oh. She's advancing fast down the victory track. All right, the beast is going to... Oh, he's going to get the spice. Damn it. So he's going to go here, which has the most bonus on it. He's going to get 6. I was thinking I might go there, but he just messed that up. So he's going to get 6. That's a combat space, so he's going to bring 2 troops in. Okay. I want to make sure I'm getting that right. I think for combat, let's see here. As long as they have agent remaining, the rival use harvest spice. Sport, they gain all spice there. Plates, accumulators, and rifle supply. Okay. Yep. Man. That's pretty rude. Okay. So he's done. It's back to my turn. All right. I've got 1 agent left. I wanted to go after all that spice, but he hoovered it all up, so I can't go after all that spice. Now I've got a ton of slurry. I can Fremen it up. I'm feeling kind of good about how the combat looks there. So maybe I should stick with the Bene Gesserit here. But she says if I have another Bene Gesserit card in play, I get 2 spice, which I don't. So I'm not going to get my bonus spice. But I could go... Oh, I could go after the research station and get a whole bunch of cards. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to card it up this round and try to buy something nice. Let's do that. So we're going to use gene manipulation. We're going to go to the research station, which is going to cost me 2 water. All right, I'm not going to have any troops to move in. I don't want to destroy any of the cards that I have. And I don't have another Bene Gesserit card in place, so that's not going to help me any. I'm going to get 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. All right, I did get some money, so that's good. Or some influence. Okay. Done. Now it's back to my reveal phase. All right, reveal-wise, what do we have going on here? I've got, let's see, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's 12. Let's get these out of the way. So I'm going to go up to 12. And I have a combat icon, and I have a combat icon. So I have 2 more, so I'm going to go up to 14. All right, influence-wise, I have 2 for each Fremen card you have in play, including this one. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9. Ooh, so with the 9, do I get the spice must flow? I'm kind of trailing on victory points, and it would be nice to get that victory point. And then I could potentially get spice after that, and I need spice to awaken the sleeper. I think we're going to go with that. We're going to get the spice must flow. That's going to cost us 9. All of our money is going to go towards that. It's going to get us a victory point, which is good. So we're going to go up 1 there. All right. And our shopping phase is done at that point in time. We've bought all the stuff. In one fell swoop, we bought everything. All right, we did our combat calculation. That's all done. We're going to combat. So let's take a look at the bad guys here. And we'll start with Ariana. She's got 6. She's going to boost, and her boost is going to give her 2 more. She's going to go up to 8. All right, now we're going to do the beast. The beast is going to boost, holy cow, he's going to boost 5. He's starting with 4, so he's going to go up to 9. 9. All right. Okay, so now we need to figure out when combat resolves, here's what everybody's getting. So I'm going to get a victory point because I've got the most. I'm going to get a victory point and a water. Water's nice. Victory points are nice. All right, Rabban is in second, so he's going to get a water and a spice. So he gets a water, and a spice is going to take him up to 7 spice. So he's going to cash that in and go up a victory point. All right. Combat's done. We need to feed the makers. I guess the makers feed us. I'm not exactly sure. There we go. We're going out. Next up, let's see here. What are we missing? That was feed the makers. Then we're recall. So we're going to check for endgame. We're not there yet. We're going to return the Mentat. He's already where he's supposed to be at. We're going to recall agents to the leaders. So we need to 1, 2, 3 blue. Bring them back. Rabban, 1, 2, 3 red. And 1, 2, 3 gold. All right, pass first player marker over to Rabban. We're at the top of the round, so we're gonna roll, and 5 is gonna go away. The Guild Bankers, we're gonna get a new card. We've got the Fatican Death Commando. That sounds friendly. All right, so Fatican Death Commando's out there. We're gonna reveal a new conflict, so this conflict is going away. Grab another conflict, and we're into our conflict 3s. Oh, 2 victory points, plus the battle for Arakeen, so that's that one right there. You gain control of that. That's a huge one. Oh, we need to get rid of all these troops. Let's do some troop cleanup here. Forgot combat cleanup. All right, it's out of the way. That's a huge one. All right. So we are draw a hand of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've got reconnaissance. We got our Reverend Mother, so that is a Fremen or a Bene Gesserit, and then I'd get to trash a card. It might be better to stay towards the end. If I have Fremen Bond, I get 3 and 1. Okay. Actually, and I should double check on Fremen Bond because that's kind of a special word there. And I think, is that on the back here? Dun, 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 yeah, Fremen Bond, it says right here, you may use this effect if you have 1 or more other Fremen cards in play. 2 cards with Fremen Bond can activate one another regardless of other cards played. So I have to have my Fremen cards in play in order to Fremen Bond. So that's going to be kind of tough because I've only got 1 Fremen card right there. All right. We are doing the Beast's turn. We've got our hand of 5 cards, so we're rolling. The Beast is going to rally troops. So he's going to rally troops. He's going to get 4 troops because he doesn't have enough in his little thing over there. Rally troops. He's going to get 4 more. He's almost out of little squares. They're all hiding in his garrison. All right, Paul. Actually, I get to decide what I need to do. I don't have to draw cards to decide what I'm going to do. We could go... I think we're going to go here for Hardy Warriors. So we're going to spend our Reverend Mother. It's going to move us up on the track there, so we actually go up 1. We have to spend a water to get there, and then we get 2 troops. And we're going to go ahead and put them in the conflict. All right. Next up is going to be Ariana. She's going to draw, and she's going to get Harvest Spice. So there's spice out there. She's going after the one with the most bonus, which is going to be this one right here, which is going to give her 4 spice, which means she's going to cash in 3 to get another victory point. I think she's running away with this game. No, she's not running away, but she's getting ahead of me pretty good. All right, she could deploy troops, but she doesn't have any. All right, what's the Beast going to do? The Beast is going to fold space. All right. So he's going back to the whole intrigue thing. Oop, he's going to move up one on the track. All right, my turn. What am I doing? Let's see here. I would have to spend 2 spice in order to do that. So I need to get spice, which I just used all my water to do my hardy warriors. Well, that wasn't very bright, was it? I think we're going to go ahead and do our reconnaissance. Our reconnaissance, we could go Carthage, Arakeen. So let's take a look at our top card. Our top card is a dagger, which gives us 1 combat. Not all that excited about it. I think we're going to go, now that we have 2 influence here, we're going to go to Siege Tabor. And that's going to get us a troop and a water. So we're going to get a troop. I think we're going to go ahead and put them into the thick of things. And we're going to get a water. All right. Then we're going to go Ariana. What's she going to do? She's going to Hall of Oratory, which is going to get her a troop. Up there, she gets a troop. That's the beast going to do. He's got 1 more person, and he's going to go selective breeding. All right, so he's going been a Jesuit. Man, he's climbing that track. That's totally out of character for him, I think. It just doesn't seem right. All right, we're over to Paul. What am I going to do here? So I got shifting alliances. I've got my water, so I could hit Haga Basin and get a bunch of spice. And I could use that spice to push one of my folks up the track, which seems very interesting actually at this point. So I think we're going to do shifting alliances. Yep, we are going to do shifting alliances. So we're going to go from here, and I think we're going to spend our 1 water to go to Haga Basin, which is going to net us 3. All right. With that, we can go down 1 and spend 2. And we can move up 2. Let's see here. I would have to knock 1 down. I think we're going to take our space 1 down. We're going to spend 2. Then we're going to move up 2. I think we will go up 2 here, which is going to get us this. So we get this token. We're going to get a water because we moved into that space. And we get a victory point because we earned that. So we're up to 7. All right, then we're done, I think. All right. Ariana needs to go. She's going to grab a still suits, which means she's going to go here. She'll go up 1, which is going to get her a victory point. Oof. And then she would deploy any troops, which she's got 1. All right. Let's see. At that point, done, I have to reveal. So I have 3 worth of value to buy things with. I think we'll go ahead and get this Fatican Death Commando. Is that what I want? He sounds very friendly. I'm not sure that I should get him, though. Let's go with this. Yeah, we'll go with the Fatican Death Commando, just because he sounds like a nice guy. That's going to cost me 3, so that's pretty much all I've got. That is all I've got. And all this is gone. We're going to figure out my combat. I had no combat bonuses there, so I'm going to go up to 6. All right, we move into the combat phase. She's going to have 2. She's going to get a bonus of, please not, maybe not very much. None. Yeah. Whew. Yes. Okay. So for combat, I get the win, which is 2. So I go up to 9. I get to put a little flag on Arianna. Where's that? There we go, which is awesome for me. She's in second, so she's going to get an intrigue card, which puts her up to 2 intrigue cards. She's going to get 2 spice and 3 Solari. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Combat's done. I'm going to reset all of this. Done with combat makers. I'm going to put 1 there. And then recall, end the game. Not quite, we're really close though. Return the Mentat. Bring our agents back. 1, 2, 3 blue. 1, 2, 3 red. 1, 2, 3 gold. All right, if I can get 4 spice, I can get another victory point. Okay, let's see here. Pass first player marker. I'm first player. All right, and then we're back up to the top. So we're at the top. We're going to roll a die, and we're going to get rid of number 5, which is Sardaukar Legion. New card comes out. This is probably the last turn. Draw my hand of, first we're going to reveal a new conflict. So this conflict goes away. And how many do we have here? We've got 3, so we're in turn 7. Ooh, that's another 2 victory point one. So this is probably going to be the end round, because if either I or Ariana get that, then that's the win. Although the Beast has a ton of troops, so if he happens to go in the troop spaces this round, he could really bring the pain, but we'll see. He's been all about the alliances and just gathering forces, so we'll see how that goes. All right. So we got our new conflict out there. We're going to draw a hand of 5 cards. I've got 3 there, so let's shuffle this up. I think this is the last round. I can for sure make it the last round if I can spend 4 spice. What could turn that around would be somebody passing me on the Fremen influence. They could take the token from me, but somebody getting 3 is not very likely to happen. I could bring my Bene Gesserit faction down. I think, did I forget to take my Spacing Guild faction down? I think I forgot to take my Spacing Guild faction down when I did my thing to bring my Fremen up to. So we'll see. The review of this is going to be great because there's probably going to be a bunch of things that I missed, but that kind of happens in your early on playthrough, so we'll see how it goes. So, and you'll all check me and make sure I know what it is that I missed. We're all pretty good about that. So, all right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, we've got the Spice Must Flow, which isn't going to do me a whole lot of good because that's kind of at the end of the round, and we're going to be pretty much done by that point. All right. We also have a dagger, which isn't fantastic. We've got Dune, Bene Gesserit Sister, and Convincing Argument. Actually, that's kind of not a great set of cards to get. But the good news is I get to go first. So what am I going to go after first here? Oh, these are all my discards. No, this was my deck that I shuffled up. It should be over here. Deck should be over here. There we go. Okay. I have the first player marker, so I'm going first. And we're trying to figure out how to win out here. We don't want Ariana to get to win this one, because if she wins that one, then she could potentially have more victory points than me. That would be uncool. I have no cards that allow me to go to the purple spaces. That's not awesome. This is not an optimal way for this game to go out. Selective breeding, I think, is where I need to try to get there, because that will get me more cards. I could also do the Mentat. I think that's maybe where I need to start at. What's my top card? I can look at my top card. My top card is... Oh, that's interesting. Because if I go after that, then I could maybe get to selective breeding or hardy warriors either way. So I think we will do that. So we're going to use our dagger. We're going to spend 2, and we're going to get the Mentat. I get to draw a card when I get the Mentat. All right. What's my next card? Because I can look. Ooh, it's the Yet Kinds. All right. Ariana's turn. What are we going to do with Ariana here? Ariana's going to draw a card. She's going to get Still Suits. Oh, okay. So her Fremen influence is going to go up. Still Suits. Oop. All right, the Beast is going to go after Arakeen. All right, so when he goes Arakeen, he's going to get a troop. His signet ability is going to go off, which is he's going to get a troop. All right, so he's going to bring his troop, plus I think the one that he gets from his ability, plus 2 more into combat because he's going to Arakeen. When he goes to Arakeen, because I have my flag there, I get 1 Solari. So yay, something good happened from that. Okay. That's the Beast's turn. Now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. All right, so we got my card, which gave me the Reverend Mother, and I was thinking with the Reverend Mother, I could potentially go after selective breeding. If I do that, I'm going to trash a card to get 2 cards. I don't think I'm going to do much purchasing after this, so I think I will end up trashing a card for 2 cards. The other thing I could go after is I could go after the Hardy Warriors, which would cost me a water. I would get 2 fighty dudes. My ability to take out the Beast at this point is going to be pretty rough because he's got a lot of fighters in there. And he's probably going to throw more into the fray. So I guess I could also go after rally troops. The other option I've got is going after the sleeper there. And that's the problem, is if I go do selective breeding, then my ability to get that point from the sleeper awakens goes down a lot. Okay. So what are we looking at here? I think Hardy Warriors is my play. So we're going to use the Reverend Mother. We're going to spend our water to go after Hardy Warriors, which is going to get us 2. We're going to bring them into the combat. Is that what I want to do? Now I'm rethinking that. Does that make sense? I don't know that makes sense, but we're doing it. Okay, we're done. All right, Ariana's turn. Ariana is going to draw a card, and she gets Hardy Warriors, which I've already taken. Ha! Take that! Which is good, because she might have caught up with me and almost surpassed me. Instead, she's going to get Secrets. Okay. So she's going to go to Secrets, and she doesn't get a card for that, but she gets a faction. Okay. All right, the Beast is going to do Carthage. So he's going to go after Carthage, which is going to get him a troop. Oh, sheesh. All right, so he's going to go Carthage. He's going to get a troop, which is his last troop in his bowl. He's going to bring 2 other ones in with him. He has the massive force that's not worth fighting against. Okay, my turn. What am I going to do? All right, so fighting is kind of out of the question. I should essentially totally forget about that. How else can I get victory points here? Because I kind of want to end this. If the Beast ends up getting the victory points, we're all good. I don't think Ariana is going to out victory point him at this stage in time. So I think what we need to concentrate on with our folks here is getting enough spice. All right, in order to get that much spice, what I really need is, I kind of need water in order to get because I need to get 3 spice. I need 2 water in order to get, so I'm not going to be able to pull it off. Oh, so I can go to the green spaces up top. I can spend 5. I could get High Council. That's not going to do me a lot of good. No, actually I can get up to 4, I think. So let's do this. We will go Dune the Desert Planet. I'm going to drop our Mentat right here. And that's going to get us 2 spice. So 2 spice. I could move people into combat, but I don't have any. So we're just going to get the 2 spice. Okay. Ariana is going to draw a card because she's still got an agent. And she's going to get Carthage, which is already taken. So she can't go there. Instead, she's going to fold space. So she's going to go here, fold space. She's going to move up on that track. Ugh, she's kind of close on all those tracks. The beast still has an agent, so he's going to rally troops. He's going to get 4 troops, which might have been a good place for me to go, but it's kind of late now. So he's going to get 4 troops, but he doesn't have any troops. He's out, so he can't get more troops. That works out for me. All right, that is a limited resource, I believe. You can only have that many troops. So, okay, so he doesn't get any troops. We're over to me, and I need to figure out what it is that I'm going to do. So, unfortunately, I could go after the High Council. That doesn't do me a whole lot of good. So I've got, I could do selective breeding. No, it would cost me 2, and I want to use my reveal to get the spice must flow, and then I can do my sleeper awaken, which is going to give me victory points. So I think the answer there is no, I'm not going to do that. All right, so instead, we're going to go up to one of the top spaces. And do we do Hall of Oratory? Or do we do... The High Council really doesn't do me any good. I think we might as well just go for... Or I could just call Revealed now. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go ahead and reveal now. So when I do my reveal, what's going to happen is I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose to get a spice here. We've got we're going to use a spice must flow to get our 4th. All right, and then we've got 4 to spend there. I don't think there's anything really worth getting, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to play my sleeper must awaken, which means I'm going to spend 4 to move up 1 on the track. That's going to get me to my 10 victory points. Yes. Okay. So my reveal step is done. I'm keeping my agent. Everything goes to discard. No more agents, no more agents. Oh no, we're going to be okay. All right, I just saw something. I'm like, no, it's going to mess it all up, but I think we're all right. Okay, we're going to go combat. In my combat, I have 4. Rabban's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so he's going to be at 14. He's going to get a boost card that's going to give him 2 more, so he's going to go up to 16. All right, so he's at 16. What that's going to do at that point is he's going to win the combat. That means he's going to get 2 victory points. 1, 2. He's going to get ownership of Carthage. All right. I'm in second, so I'm going to get an intrigue card, which isn't going to do me any good. It's a private army. It doesn't do me any good at this point in time. And then I'm also going to get 3 spice. 1, 2, 3. We're done with combat, so all of these troops go away. These reset to 0. Combat's done. We would do makers, so I'm kind of just doing this because it's on the list. Then we have check for end game. I've got 10 points. Nobody else does, so I get the win. Yes! Okay. So there we go. So that's our first playthrough of Solo Dune Imperium. I'm guessing that there's something that I missed in there. I'm going to guess it's probably on this track over here. May have messed up moving people around, but we'll go to watch through and see if there's anything that I missed. Let me know in the comments. That's what the comment section is. If I miss something, I'll tag the time and get it in there. I was really interested in playing. God, I didn't even get to play this card. I was so excited to get it, and then I never got to play it. So I got the, oh no, I did play it once. The Shifting Alliances, where I drop it 1 and moved another one up 2. I wanted to play that one a lot more. I think that's a good card for the game. I got the Bene Gesserit cards that actually allow me to thin my deck, but I really didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do any deck thinning, I don't think. So that's like an aspect of this game that looks neat, but I haven't been able to get it done yet. I've always missed out on those opportunities. Let's see, the other thing to look at is we still had 2 more cards in the conflict over here, so I think we were into round 8 before we came out, and that was pretty close. Ariana, at any point, she was pretty close to winning. If she would have gotten another intrigue card, that would have been a point. If she would have went Spacing Guild again or Emperor again, those are points. So she could have surpassed me here within the Fremen area. That could have taken a point away from me and given it to her if she would have gotten the faction token. So it was a pretty close game. So the other thing is, I don't think I'm beyond novice at this point in time. I think I'm still in the novice area. The other thing that I picked up that I wasn't playing before was when I've played myself before, the spice cards. When I was looking at those, there's the, if no spaces have bonus spice, reveal another card. So when I was playing solo before, what I was doing was, even if they look like this, then the opponent would go to the one that had the most spice, but it looks like they don't even, if there's no bonus spice out there, they're not going to those. So then they would hop on to another card. So even if this 3 space is sitting out there unoccupied and they get a harvest spice, they're not going to do it. Instead, they'll go on to a different card, which is interesting. I hadn't noticed that before, but I did pick up on it this game. So awesome. That game went a bit longer than my other games too, because I think we're coming up on getting close to 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure my other games have played faster than that when I've played solo. So, but I also did a lot more talking this game because I was broadcasting. So could probably keep this under an hour and a half if you were really chugging along. I can't see it under an hour at this point. Like, it would be tough to play under an hour. You'd have to really know everything and be cranking through stuff pretty good. So, all right, that's it for now. Let me know what you think about Dune Imperium. Let me know if I missed things. Do you have suggestions on board setup to make things flow a little bit better? I'm not sure about my hand placement here. I need to kind of work on that as I'm playing solo. I do like having my little card there to let me know when I hit the conflict deck. I think I may pull the conflict deck back over here and not have it in my little holder up on the side. It's nice, but I don't really need it there. I think I can get by without it. So the other thing is, I'm thinking I may see if I can work in the app. These cards actually do work really well. The app is just kind of neat to use. If I can put it up and broadcast it while I'm playing, I might use the app instead of having the House of Hagal cards. Because if I were to take the House of Hagal cards out and I take the conflict cards out and I move them down here, that leaves this part of the play space open. And if I have the app, potentially I can show the app up in this corner. That might be a thing to pursue. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, all right. That's it for this play, and we'll come back with another solo play of Dune Imperium. And that's it for now, and as always, thanks for watching.